Good morning. You are watching Business Today. This is your host, Ms. Guerra, and in a few seconds, we will be looking closely into this day's featured company in our segment called The Insider. Incorporated in the Philippines on the 26th of February 1980, the Semirara Mining and Power Corporation began as the Semirara Coal Corporation. Semirara is a subsidiary of DMCI Holdings. It is the dominant local source of the country's coal, accounting for 92% of the total national production as of 2015. It changed its name to the Semirara Mining and Power Corporation, or SMPC, in 2014 to reflect the expansion of its business to include power generation on top of its coal mining operation. Now, we are ready to take a deep look into some of the qualitative issues of the company through our analyst. First off, we are going to talk about the product line.
By integrating the coal mining activities and power operations, they have created a value chain that enable them to transform low-value input into high-value output in a continually efficient and responsible manner. Semirara Mining and Power Corporation is engaged in thermal coal extraction and power production.
Next would be the organizational performance.
Semirara Mining and Power Corporation won the Gold Anvil Award. The anvil is a prestigious symbol conferred by the Public Relations Society of the Philippines to outstanding PR campaigns, programs, and tools. At the 55th Anvil Awards Gabinang Parangal, Semirara Mining and Power Corporation was awarded for communicating its commitment to stand as environmentally and socially responsible organization that creates inclusive progress for its host communities and stakeholders.
Third is their management strategy.
The company produces globally competitive coal that exceeds customers' expectations and stakeholders' confidence. Guided by the corporate values of excellence, integrity, commitment, professionalism, teamwork, and loyalty, they move forward to achieve their vision towards empowering sustainable communities. Quantity and quality determination of each coal shipment is conducted at the load port in accordance with American Standard for Testing of Materials and the International Organization for Standardization.
And for our next topic would be on the evaluation of management quality.
The management that leads Semirara are very well competent as evidence of their personal and educational background. They are of varying age and years of experience. The mission of the board is to oversee the business affairs of the company in order to ensure the long-term financial strength of the company and the creation of enduring stockholder value. The board of directors acts on fully informed basis in good faith with due diligence and care, and in the best interest of the company, its stockholders, and other stakeholders. Semirara values their employees by providing them free housing and support for water and power utilities, free primary up to senior high education, and transportation from home to work.
Next up are marketing, finance, and technology strategy.
Though not the biggest power corporation, SMPC is still taking advantage of their strategic location and market position as the largest coal producer in the country to advance their competitive position. SMPC's coal is sold domestically to power plant, cement plants, paper mills, textile dyeing plants, canneries, food factories, a sugar mill, and fertilizer plants. It also exported abroad in India, Hong Kong, China, and others. The company's business model and strategy are hinged on its strategic objective of value maximization and sustainability.
SMPC strategies are focused toward optimizing shareholder value and ensuring inclusive sustainable growth of its business. Its corporate objectives are continuing growth, value creation, and value protection and sustainability.
SCC find that support for local suppliers and the development of livelihood are the best ways to help achieve growth and progress, delivering lasting economic benefit for their host communities. The construction of community infrastructure within goes beyond those that support economic growth, as they also value the importance of building on local culture and education to propel the community to more holistic progress. This includes using innovations such as clean coal technology and upgrading our fleet of modern equipment.
It is time now to look deeper into the company through the interpretation of their financial statements in the course of 5 years.
The company recorded total assets of 68.6 billion in 2017 and 71.6 billion in 2021. The highest recorded asset was in 2019 with a total of 72.2 billion. However, by 2020, it declined to 71.1 billion. This was due to the pandemic, which restricted company operations and also growth at in the stock market. On the liabilities, company has successfully reduced its liabilities from 2018, which recorded 31.1 billion, to 26 billion in 2021. This means that the company has been efficient in paying their obligations and decreasing the amount of debts. On the other hand, there had been a growth of 21.05% on the shareholders' equity from 2017 to 2021, which means that the number of investors, especially the shareholders of SMPC, had been prominently increasing. SMPC reported a 61% drop in after-tax income to 2.2 billion in the first semester as quarantine policies enforced since pulled down coal demand and electricity sales. But then, the company sees an improved bottom line on 2021 due to record high coal sales and soaring prices during the second quarter. It ended 2021 with a net income of 16.2 billion, a 393% increase from its profit in 2020. As seen in the chart, operating activities are on the earning side, which means that the company's operational activities, such as selling goods, is bringing in cash. Meanwhile, investing and financing is on the complete opposite. However, that does not portray negative news. On the investing, the negative amount might mean that the company is after long-term growth, hence additional investments. In financing, it just means that the company is paying off its debts.
An information that is essential for any investor to see is the profitability trend and sales growth trend. We are going to find out the position of Semirara on this aspect.
The sales of SCC have been significantly positive over the past few years. In 2020, sales decreased by a whopping 36.16%, which can be attributed to the decline in energy use during the pandemic and the sharp demand contraction caused by the effect of the same. Also because of China's import quotas, however, sales lowered in 2021 due to high demand for coal.
Semirara Mining Power Corporation recorded a net income of 16.2 billion pesos in 2021, its highest in 41 years, with profit jumping nearly 5 times from 2020's 3.3 billion pesos. This is mainly caused by their significant income decline to lower energy sales, as well as on sharp demand contraction for coal because of the pandemic and import quotas imposed by China.
As important as any other catalyst, we have here some financial ratios to tell us about the general health of the company.
SMPC's 2021 current ratio outperformed its 2017 to 2020 ratio. The 2.18 pesos on 2021 indicate that SMPC has 2.18 pesos of current assets of every 1 peso of its liabilities. This means that they have enough resources to meet their short-term obligations. Debt-to-equity ratio of SMPC is below the generally considered good amount of ratio, which would mean that the company has been financing its operation not by borrowing money. The company has kept their ratio below 1 over the period of 5 years, which means that the company is generally less risky. 2017, 2018, and 2019, the return on equity is slowly decreasing from 37.71 to 21.88. It massively dropped to 7.79 in 2020 because of the company postpones most of the 2020 capital spending to 2021 amid crisis. This year is very difficult year, but then there is a strong rebound in 2021, which return on equity significantly increased to 35.52. Between 2017 to 2019, the company had a consistent plateau ranging from 0.68 to 0.65, but then sudden decrease of 2020 is mainly due to COVID-19 pandemic. As for 2021, SMPC's total asset turnover surged to 0.73, beating its plateau from 2017 to 2019. This means that for every peso in total assets of SMPC, they have generated 0.73 pesos in sales. The earning per share of the company from 2017 to 2019 and on 2021 are above the generally considered good amount of ratio, which is 2:1, which would mean that the company is profitable. Due to the drop in the market price for coal, a limited of domestic demand on 2020, the earning per share dropped to 0.77. Semirara's price-to-earning ratio is much smaller than competitor companies like Aboitiz Power and Philex Mining. Generally, a lower PE ratio is much ideal as it signifies that the company is undervalued, thus has a huge chance of growth in the future.
Lastly, we are going to identify the strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats of the Semirara to get a visibility of their current status and future status and then provide a recommendation. Semirara is strong in their coal business as they basically dominate the whole country's domestic production. They should strive to keep this competitive position. Also, they should venture in the use of clean coal technology as this would be the trend and norm in the industry as environmental concern becomes a key point in every business's operation. Doing so would eliminate the risk of the stated threat. So here ends our analysis of Semirara Mining and Power Corporation. We hope to have helped you know more about today's featured company. Until next time, thank you for watching.